We talk about tipping often
A lot.
on the show. It comes up quite a bit on when you tip, who you should tip, all that different stuff. We talk about it a lot because people don't know. I don't know certain people that I'm supposed to tip or how much and all that stuff. Everybody sort of has that standard, but it's based on restaurant tipping.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody goes, oh, you tip now 20%, right?
Yeah.
Is that for every service?
No.
Is that every service?
Absolutely
God,
not.
no.
Okay. So Thor is on one end of the spectrum of tipping where he doesn't really want to tip anybody.
Oh, so true.
Sky is on the opposite end of the spectrum
Far
where
opposite.
she tips everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. So
Literally.
Emily and I heard a service that Sky gave a
let
tip
it
to.
go.
We sort of can't believe it. Thor was not in the room. So we said, all right, don't say anything. Let's reveal on the podcast how much Sky tipped and see how Thor feels about it.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Okay. So is it not 20% for every service? You just tip. There's certain things you just tip whatever, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were to get a drink at a bar
Yeah.
and you buy one drink and it's $10, how much are you leaving?
$2.
That's 20%.
Oh, is it?
Think about that.
Oh, you're right. But like with drinks at the bar, like actually, honestly, if Robert and I each got a drink and it was $20, I still might. Hey, that was stupid. I still would probably do $2 or $3, just
Okay.
because it was one bartender making 2 drinks.
Yeah.
So like that's not 20%.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's different things obviously you're going to tip on. That was perfect. There's different things you're going to tip on. So a haircut.
Yeah.
You go to a more of a salon, right?
Oh, no, I go to a barbershop.
You're going to go to a barbershop.
Madeline cuts my hair at Matt Black in North Park. And I leave.
Wow, what a shout out.
That was a
She's
shout
been
out.
doing a good job.
Okay.
And I leave. It's a $40 haircut. I leave $10.
Wow, that's a pretty.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
what
been
is that?
Well, that's more than 20%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because 20%
That's
would
20%
be
of 40.
8.
20. That's 25%?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, because she's been doing my hair
Over
for
tipper.
What's up, Sky?
she's been doing my hair for a while.
Welcome
She
to
does a
my
great.
world.
She's been doing my hair for like a couple years now. She does a good job. I feel like that's $50 is fair for everything.
Dang.
Wow,
Yeah, if you
big
do a
tip.
good
Dang.
job, and I'm going to you for a while, I'm a nice guy.
Look at this guy
Wow.
throwing his money around.
I'm
a
not
nice
throwing my.
guy.
It's an extra $5. I was given $5.
Okay.
No, I was given 7, I think, and then I went to 10.
Oh.
I'm like, what am I doing with 7? Just go 10, Tyler or Thor.
Tyler.
I don't know who Thor.
What the hell is that?
Tyler.
So there's different worlds and different things you're
Yeah.
going to tip on, and it could be different amounts. Clearly, we're hearing different amounts of things like that.
Yeah.
So Sky recently went to a nail salon.
Really?
Her and her daughter
Yep.
went and got their toesies
Doesn't
done.
your daughter do your nails?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Oh,
she,
okay.
she got this sweet kit last Christmas
nice.
for gel nails. So we were doing gel nails for
Yeah,
a
you
while.
do
at
those.
the house.
You always do
So
those
obnoxious.
whorish colors.
They're
Yeah.
so
well, because I
obnoxious.
never paint my nails, and so with the gel nails, yeah, I was doing these like bright pinks and blues,
like
and
you were a
Eddie
stripper.
like couldn't handle it. He's like, I can't look at you with
Very
those nails.
whorish.
Yes, that's what he said.
Very
He said
whorish.
very whorish,
Yeah.
streetwalker. I believe.
So you actually went to a professional.
Yeah. Normally, actually, I do my own toes because it was one of the places where I was like, okay, this is a place I could save money. And so I started doing my own toes. But, I can paint them pretty. I got those skills. But I did notice the other day when I was putting my house socks on
Oh, God.
that,
Gross.
grosser than that was the bottom of my feet because even though I paint my toes, I'm not doing like the exfoliating scrub or the callus thing. And so
Oh, it's disgusting.
it looks like bad under there.
Oh.
Like it was peeling.
Oh.
There was like dry, dead skin
Oh, God,
everywhere.
stop.
Yeah, it was. And I was like,
Disgusting.
I was like, okay, I could spend.
I could make an Asian do this.
That's not what I said.
I feel like
That's not what I
this
said.
is what they live for.
That's
so
not that,
work on my feet.
I did not
please.
say anything like that.
Guy.
Does she have one already on board at her house?
Yes, of course. She's in the back.
I
You
don't,
know, I'll bring her up.
I don't have a person at my house to do my feet. So I said, yeah, I'm not into doing this whole song and dance myself. So I said, it's time. We're going into
A
summer.
real treat, huh?
Let's treat ourselves and go get an actual pedicure.
Okay.
So that was the plan.
So you and your daughter went?
Yeah, and so I said to my daughter, hey, 'cause she normally doesn't get her feet done because she's too ticklish. And so I said, you want to come? And she goes, oh, it's going to tickle. And of course it did. And I'm like looking at her and she's like doing that face where she's trying to like not laugh, when the lady's like scrubbing the bottom of her foot.
I have a quick question. Emily, when you go get a
Okay.
pedicure, do they have to put in like fucking overtime hours for those
No,
feet?
they don't have to put over. I mean,
I
for
can't
for the last
imagine.
time, I have an
I
8.5
can't-
foot.
no
I actually wear the same size
way.
shoe as Sky.
Like-
my feet just look bigger because I have very skinny ankles.
Do they use a push broom to like paint
They
them?
don't use a push broom to paint them. I don't need you to crack up over there, Jamie.
You walk in and they immediately say they're booked.
No, they don't do that.
Oh,
They don't do that.
They don't do that.
No, that
okay.
doesn't
Sorry,
happen.
Scott. I didn't mean to
They're-
cut
It's
you
they're
like
off.
getting
they're
kicked
not
out of
that
an
big.
all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Like, too much. Go. Sorry.
They're not that big.
Okay.
They're actually an average
I
woman's
know.
size.
Yeah.
They just look
yeah.
very
Skinny
big.
ankles
they
or
look
whatever.
very
I
big.
don't know.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So me and my daughter, we decide, okay, we're gonna go do this, and we're gonna get some pedicures. And so the reason this came up is because Eddie saw I had a lot of cash in my wallet, and he asked, and that's why. And then I had to explain.
Nothing made sense about it.
I'm still fucking
Nothing
so
made
not
sense
clear
about
about
it.
this.
I had to explain because I have hundreds in my wallet.
Sky,
and
don't
he-
even.
I mean, she always does.
I
Yeah.
don't. I actually don't.
You have
She
that's
had
small bills
multiple
for her.
hundos.
Small bills.
I had
She's
two-
pulling out multiple hundos.
I had $200 bills in my
Whoa.
wallet.
She threw it at Jamie and said, "Get out of here, loser."
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Do me a favor and burn that.
Yes.
And so
And stand there and watch.
okay, shut up. So that's how it all came up. And then Eddie was like, well, why do you need that much cash to get your nails done? And then I explained, well, some places only accept cash, but definitely only want the tips in cash. And then started the whole conversation of, well, how much did that cost? How much did you tip? And that's when shit got really wild. And I didn't see this coming.
I would assume you tip a pedicure person the same as you tip a barber. That's what
So 25%?
Well,
That's what you
again,
tip.
no, I do 25% because I've been going to her for a couple of years and she does a good job.
So if you go to a new barber for the first time
if they do a
and they do a good job,
then I would do if it's $40, whatever, like 18 to 20% is of that.
okay.
And that's like if they do a good job first time. That's
All
as
right.
far as I go.
Okay.
So how much did your services cost?
Well, so my daughter got the basic pedicure, and that is just under $40 for the basic pedicure. Shit's crazy these
That
days.
is ridiculous.
Like I remember when I got my first pedicure, it was $15.
$15.
It was
Yeah.
$15, and I would leave a $5 tip, so I'd leave $20, and I'd be out. Yeah,
God.
yeah. That was my go-to back when I was waitressing. It was my treat because my dogs were barking, so
Shut
I would have to. I would.
was it the
dogs.
cat's pajamas?
Oh, after it was the cat's pajamas. Fuck yeah, bro.
She's from the 20s or something.
So
Fuck yeah, bro.
My dogs were barking.
They were. Ooh, after a good 10 hours on your feet.
I bet.
Ooh-wee. So
10
yeah.
A
hours?
10-hour shift?
No, like at serving, I used to work like 5s or 6s.
Yeah.
No, I'd open and close on the weekends.
But you was it a breakfast spot?
Yeah.
You weren't even open a full day.
Yeah, but I would
10 hours.
I'd get there at 5 and I would leave at about 4. What is that?
4?
Because we'd close at 3, but I was
Who
like
believes
the
that?
manager,
Nobody
so I
believes
had to batch out the credit cards and all
Why
that.
were you there so long? Did you have
Oh,
a
you're
life?
not on
Did you
your
have a
feet?
social
You
life?
weren't on
Look
your
what she
feet
does
doing
here.
that?
Okay.
Yeah, look,
okay.
that's so true. Look what she does here.
What?
She's first here, last to leave for no reason.
For no reason.
Amazing. I'm an amazing employee. What can I say?
She was paying her energy bill at work. What are you doing? Go home.
At a restaurant?
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about, but so
How much it cost?
Oh, how much it costs? Okay, so daughters is just under 40,
Mm-hmm.
and
What?
if I'm gonna go and do it, I want all the bells and whistles.
does
So
that mean?
Oh, for you?
yeah, for me. Like if I'm there and we're doing this, we're doing it. So
So
hell does
Eddie,
this mean?
when you're getting your pedicure, be the lady, she has like always a laminated piece of paper with the price
It's like
list.
when you go to the car wash and there's different kinds.
Yep, and she'll go, okay, you want, it's always the basic package, and then she goes, oh, do you want
The Supreme?
paraffin wax? Do you want extra massage? Do you want this? Do you want that? Like the paraffin wax, it's
What's
called.
that?
It's like a wax thing. They put wax on your foot and put a bag around it, and it's
Yeah,
supposed
they
to like,
have
make
a
them
bag
softer.
full of hot wax.
What the fuck does
you
that do?
stick your foot in it, the wax goes all over your foot, and then when you peel it off, it like peels
I don't
off.
really,
yeah.
I don't do any of the upgrades.
It makes
They
it
don't
more
have enough
soft.
wax. For you.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I
Man,
think
we
it's
don't
sad.
have enough wax for
Not
you.
funny.
You can't.
Once again, they're not
so
that
much
big.
wax.
They're skinny ankles.
So much wax.
Oh man.
So much wax.
So she's right, and then they do have a little thing where you can add on like an extra massage. You know, I'm a massage.
You do
whore.
that too?
Oh yeah, an extra 10 minutes.
They must love you. I say no to everything.
How much does all this shit cost?
Yeah, they see
Basic.
me coming. Yeah, so my package.
Typical rich white bitch walks in.
Yeah. So my package is like, I want to say it's $75 for my pedicure.
Oh
Thor's
my
face.
God, look at Thor.
Dude.
That's not even the crazy part
That's
yet.
get
that's
ready.
like that's crazy, bro. So
Like,
you
he's
a
so
solid
serious.
breakdown.
between-
Solid
He's
breakdown.
so serious.
so your daughter got $40, which is insane. Like if it was her birthday, okay. Then you spent $75. So what is that? What is
Like
that?
$115.
$115 for your fucking feet?
So and again, I didn't know if this was one of the all
Are you
cash
out
places
of your fucking mind?
or not.
This would be my reaction if my daughter and my wife did this.
Okay, wait. We still got to get to the tip.
Oh my god, dude, I can't.
So we're at like 115.
I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
don't
handle
think you
this.
can.
So again, I'm explaining to Eddie my cash situation, and we're breaking it down. And I said, turns out, fun fact, they did accept credit card for the payment for the services, but you still had to tip cash. And then Eddie goes, well, then how much did you tip?
Well, let me just 115 times 20% is $23
Total.
total.
And that's if you pay 20% for that type of service, which again,
Which is a lot.
everybody's
a lot.
I would go
different.
less.
I go less.
So okay, so what would you go like 10%?
I don't know.
It kind of just depends on this. Like
well,
you tell me with the total.
$115. I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
I'd leave like $10.
Yeah.
You know, $10 tip.
That's five. Like basically five for my daughter,
Yeah, so
five
that's
for me.
that's like 9%. That's fine.
Like I'm not really
That's
even
fine.
tipping on
Thor
like the
says
total.
that's fine.
Like $5 for you for the pedicure, $5
Again,
for
this
you.
isn't a restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the
Now-
first time you've gone there.
Yeah.
Maybe
And they've already taken you for $75.
Well, I've been there a couple times, but I go like once a year.
But
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
maybe a little bit more because Sky got the like whole foot molestation package.
I
or
didn't get a
something.
molestation
Or whatever.
package.
6 and 5.
Okay, it was
yeah,
wax.
maybe
It was
7. I don't know. That's
wax and
crazy. Even
exfoliation.
$12.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
okay.
so I think we can all agree $10.
I think
So
that's
you leave there
standard.
down $125,
Yeah.
which is fucking crazy. But anyway,
Again, back to I started doing my toes at home.
Fucking car payment.
So
Okay.
I tipped for my daughter and myself $30. $20 to the chick who did my feet, and $10 to the chick
so you
who
tipped
did
like 35%.
my daughter's
Right,
feet.
Jamie? I'm terrible at math. Yeah.
I can't do that math. Yeah. So,
She tipped way too fucking much. Is what she did.
Dude.
and I disagree because I've
You tipped 30%.
had
Are you out of your fucking mind? Dude?
I've
Like,
had
seriously.
a weird
She just has too much money.
I've had a weird revelation about tipping.
Oh, God.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no,
Oh,
no. I don't care what your self-help book said.
It has nothing to do with that.
No.
Okay, wrap your mind around
big
this.
shot,
though.
Tell
Go
me.
ahead.
boy.
Go ahead.
Okay, you're an alien from outer space,
I'm
right?
out, okay.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
And you
How
come
much do they tip?
you come to this planet.
Yeah.
And you're
Planet tip.
And you're told you need to tip for a service. You need to tip this human over here who took your order, brought you food, brought you a drink, brought you a bill, and then that was it. And then you also have to tip a person who has just spent 45 minutes completely focused on you, rubbing your legs, making you look nice. Who do you tip more?
I get what you're saying, but how much of the money that you just spent goes to that person compared to how much of your bill goes to the waiter or waitress? I don't know how that works. Like
they're both making an hourly wage.
But you don't. But okay, so my barber doesn't. My barber has to give like a booth fee.
Yeah.
To cut there. So it's different than being a waiter
She's
or
not
a
getting paid
waitress.
by the hour.
She's not getting paid by the hour.
Oh, so you think they should be tipped even more?
I don't.
So as
no.
an alien, they got to pay the booth
No,
fee.
I'm saying I don't know how much of the 115 that's psychotic goes to the two people that are working there.
They're just
We
employees.
have no idea. We don't know.
They don't
Yeah,
like
we don't
own
know.
the place. They're just
No,
employees.
I don't know, but they could get.
No, that's like a salon thing where you rent a space,
Oh,
but
okay.
in like nail places, you just work there.
Yeah,
Like you don't
yes.
actually rent a space. So it's an equivalent to
I would
a
assume
waiter.
they get paid hourly because a lot of those ladies
Just like
are there all day.
So I came to the
But
revelation.
waiters get paid really shitty though, compared to
minimum wage. If you're working for tips, you're normally getting paid
But
minimum
are they
wage.
working for tips though?
Yes.
We have
nail people.
We have no idea.
Nail people. They work for tips.
Estheticians.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. where
Emily,
got
you
a
worked
booth
at.
space.
You went to Paul Mitchell.
Yeah, I
Do you
didn't
know
finish
any-
though. I didn't
You
finish.
didn't get to that part.
I didn't get to that part.
So I've also upped the tip based on this logic for the gal who gives me a massage because I'm like, literally, you're spending over an hour on my naked body working out the
Hey,
kinks, and
you're
I
naked?
Yes, fully. And
For
I
a pedicure?
no.
What the
my
fuck?
God.
What is going on at this nail salon?
I'd tip a lot.
Okay.